Can you guess which laptop is in this box? Go ahead right now, comment below, make a guess what laptop's in the box. Now, when it comes to the top 14-inch gaming laptops in 2024, the two that come to mind are none other than the HP Omen Transcend 14, brand new design, and the Asus Republic of Gamer Zephyrus G14, brand new redesign. But in this box, I have another laptop that is on par with the performance of these laptops, is packed with features, is slim, on-the-go friendly, has great build quality, and is currently $800 cheaper than these two laptops on the table. Now, when you look at Photoshop, this mystery laptop sits right between the HP Omen with the Ultra 7 and the Ultra 9. However, the Zephyrus G14 sits well above the mystery laptop. Now, the main reason being this mystery laptop only comes with 16 gigs of RAM, probably my biggest gripe about the laptop, but with that kind of savings, can you be that mad? So the G14 with 32 gigs of RAM definitely outperforms it inside of Photoshop. However, when you get into 3D modeling, this mystery laptop comes with an RTX 4060, where these two laptops come with RTX 4070s, and you can see in Autodesk 3ds Max, Autodesk Maya, it is on par with these two laptops. Now, when we get into PTC Creo and SolidWorks, it drops down a little bit on the list, but overall, the price savings, and that it's not drastically lower in performance, makes me overlook this pretty easily. Now, as we look at video editing, both for 4K and 6K video editing for the export times, you can see that this laptop is right on par with these latest 2024 models. Now, this laptop also has a screen that is nearly as impressive as the HP Omen and the G14. We have a 2560 by 1600 display, 385 nits of screen brightness at 100% sRGB, 97% Adobe RGB, and 99% DCI-P3, all at a Delta E of 0.75. Now, this laptop is none other than the Lenovo Legion Slim 5 from 2023. And as I mentioned, it is on sale right now for $1,050. And this laptop comes with an aluminum top cover, aluminum bottom cover, plastic keyboard deck. Now, it's a 14-inch 16 by 10 aspect ratio panel, has a good sized trackpad, fantastic keyboard with full size shift keys both on the right and the left side, and it gets up to 9 hours of battery life for streaming video playback. Now, I will be honest, when it comes to battery life, the G14 and the HP Omen do get a little bit better battery life, about 10 hours and 30 minutes out of the HP Omen for streaming video playback and upwards of 12 hours for the G14. Now, all of these laptops will run on battery saver mode for Windows, 20% screen brightness. They ran on iGPU mode and quiet mode, and all of those settings put together, we're able to get these battery lives here in my studio. So in regards to the weight and thickness, the Lenovo Legion Slim 5 is definitely the thickest of the three laptops, but it's not substantially thicker. It's not like a massive chunky gaming laptop comparatively. And when you look at the weight of the laptop, it's going to be the heaviest of the three laptops. But also, as you're looking at the top, you can see that the form factor is a bit bigger than them as well. So you can see we've got a little bit wider of a laptop here with the Legion compared to the G14 and the HP Omen. Now, going ahead and taking a look at the ports, that's one area that I think it's a close tie between the G14 and the Lenovo Legion Slim 5. The HP Omen just doesn't have the port connectivity or the amount of ports that I would like to see for the flexibility. On the Lenovo Legion Slim 5, we have two USB Type A's, HDMI, and your power adapter on the back panel. On the right side, we have an SD card reader, manual cutoff switch for the webcam, and a headphone jack. And then on the left side, we have an additional two USB Type-C. So great port connectivity. Now, one reason that I think the G14 ties up with the Slim 5 is because we have a micro SD card reader, allowing you to quickly expand your storage for the laptop without taking off the bottom cover. Now, we also have USB Type-C, USB Type-A, and along the other side, we have an additional USB Type-A, USB-C, power adapter, HDMI, and headphone jack. Now, for the HP Omen, it's a good connected laptop. We have USB-C, HDMI, additional USB-C, headphone jack, and we have two USB Type-A's, but lacking that SD card reader or micro SD card reader just minimizes the flexibility of the laptop. Now, in regards to the upgrade path, the laptop with the most amount of upgrade is going to be the Slim 5. You have two M.2 slots in the laptop. You have one occupied, one unoccupied. So you can go ahead, open up the laptop, and add an additional storage drive to your laptop. On the Omen and the G14, all you have is access to that one M.2 slot. So if you want to upgrade your laptop, you'd have to completely, set up a new operating system on the drive and make it, your bootable drive and all that. So it's a little bit more complicated than just simply adding an additional drive to your laptop. Now, all laptops do not have upgradable RAM, which again, in the beginning is what I disliked most about this laptop. Not only can you not upgrade the storage, but at this moment, I was unable to find a 32 gig model. So you can't even purchase it from the factory or upgrade it at Lenovo.com currently to 32 gigs of RAM. So it's going to be stuck at 16. Now, these are also not upgradable once you purchase them, as in there's no slots to switch out the RAM sticks. It's soldered to the motherboard. But you can order them from Best Buy or from the manufacturer website with the specific RAM you want, such as 32 gigs of RAM. All right, now let's talk about the pricing, because like I said, there's a massive difference between these two laptops and the Slim 5. So pricing options, what do we got going on here? The Lenovo Legion Slim 5 14.5 OLED model, Ryzen 7 7840HS, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte of SSD, currently on sale, bestbuy.com, $1,049. But even if it wasn't on sale, it comes in at $1,479. Now, that $1,479 to me does not make it the budget king, but this laptop being on sale, that it's a 2023 model, is where it's a fantastic buy. Now, looking at the closest price point for the newest G14, we're going to come in at $1,599 for 16 gigs of RAM and an RTX 4060. For the HP Omen, 16 gigs of RAM, RTX 4060, $1,699. Now, the models I'm really focused on, though, are the 4070 models, which are $1,999 and $1,999. These are both going to have 32 gigs of RAM, but as you're seeing in the performance benchmarks, the Lenovo Legion Slim 5 is keeping up with those models, and it has the 4060, 16 gigs of RAM, and a Ryzen 7 7840HS processor. So links will be in the description below if you want to check the live pricing for yourself. And if you do make a purchase, I'll get a small commission, but at no extra cost to you. But of course, that's what keeps this channel alive and the helpful content coming your way. All right, now opening up these three laptops, there is a webcam on the top bezel of each one. So let's check out the quality differences, see if there's $800 worth of quality difference between these laptops. This is the webcam on the Asus Republic of Gamer Zephyrus G14 from 2024, and a little sample of the audio for you as well. This is the webcam on the HP Omen Transcend 14, and a little sample of the audio for you as well. And this is the webcam on the Lenovo Legion Slim 5 14-inch model, and a little sample of the audio for you as well. And there are upward-facing speakers on the G14. There are not on the Slim 5 and the HP Omen, so let's check out the audio difference between the three. Okay, now as far as the keyboard is concerned, my favorite keyboard is definitely going to be the HP Omen. It's quiet, it has a nice soft touch feel. I love the RGB backlighting. I mean, you can just see how bright and beautiful it is. Now, one thing I like about it is it's not too bright. The G14 has a really odd harshness to the light when it shines through. I actually went ahead and stopped using the RGB color and just used like the white backdrop, because in the dark, whenever I turn off my lights and I go to use it in a dark setting, the blue or the orange or whatever color light you have, it's really harsh on the eyes. Whenever I'm looking at the keyboard and I'm typing, it's harsh. Though it's very bright on the HP Omen, it's not harsh. They've done a good job kind of muting the colors and mellowing them out, and I really prefer the HP Omen. Now, for the Lenovo Slim 5, you do not have an RGB backlit keyboard. It's just a standard backlit keyboard. It shines through very nicely, and I like it a lot. But premium, HP Omen all the way, especially when you look at the trackpad combination. It just has the best setup. Now, my biggest issue, which I talked about in my review, is that if you click between the trackpad and the keyboard, or not click, but push here, you actually activate the click. And so I think that was a pretty big engineering oversight, is that they needed to put some sort of support there so that this part of the keyboard deck does not sink down and activate the click. That does not happen on the Lenovo Legion Slim 5 or the G14. So just keep that in mind, a little bit of a discrepancy there. Now, this is something that's very interesting. As far as the screen bounce is concerned, so if you're somebody who uses the laptop while traveling a lot, whether in an Uber or you're on airplanes or you're on a boat, who knows, you might be on a boat, you might not be. The Legion Slim 5 has the least amount of screen bounce. So you can see the screen bounce on the G14, it's quite bouncy. It's bouncy, yeah. And then the Omen is quite bouncy as well. But when you go ahead and you look at the Slim 5, it does have a bit of a shake at the top, but it stops very quickly. So as far as on-the-go use is concerned, definitely the friendliest with the Slim 5. All right, let's brush up on another important benchmark, and that's going to be playback in Premiere Pro, whether you're using 4K or 6K playback. Now, I was amazed. Something happened in 2024 where playback actually took a step back. I've not seen as good a playback from laptops in 2024 as I expected, and the results are evident when you look at the Slim 5 versus the Omen and the G14. You can see for the Slim 5, we have 0 drop frames for 4K, 68 for 6K B-RAW, and 209 for red footage. However, when we go to the HP Omen, even looking at the Intel Core Ultra 9 version with the RTX 4070, you get 85 drop frames for B-RAW and 1,936 for red footage. Now you look at the G14, we have the same thing happening. We have about 43 for B-RAW, but then we have over 1,000 for red footage. So the Slim 5 has better playback, even though it only has 16 gigs of RAM, and these two laptops have 32 gigs of RAM. So definitely having a little bit bigger chassis to allow for the components to cool and run at a more optimized level, rather than having these really thin chassis where you're gonna have to thermal throttle in order to keep the temperatures down. I think this 2023 model is going to be a better performer, only slightly thicker, and going to be obviously a much better price point. If I was looking to save some money and still get great performance in 2024, as you can see, the Lenovo Legion Slim 5 14-inch model is a no-brainer. Now, I know the HP Omen and the G14 have their pluses, and if you're looking for form factor and you like specific features on each of these, then it makes sense to go ahead and purchase them. However, with the Legion, you can save money, get incredible build quality, and still get amazing performance. Don't forget the links in the description below if you're looking to make a purchase. Otherwise, click or tap the screen here for more videos to help you with your buying decision. I'll see you in the next one.